Well, we're bringing everybody up. Normally I'm on straggler duty, but everybody ran hard across the pasture. We're pulling calves off today, and then the cows come back to pasture for calving, and the calves, last year's calves, then stay in the feedlot for a month for weaning. Yeah, or 2 months, whatever we decide. And then the bull, since there's heifers in the group of calves, the bull comes back with the cows. We don't have a third lot to keep the bull, and that works out pretty good. But I'm right there. Run, little guys, run. They don't like being in a pen. They live, every day but 2 or 3 days of the year on the land. They don't like being in a pen. So we kind of made that's concrete there. That's an old alley from the barn. So you got a concrete alley. So we kind of made a lane there, and you can see the orange posts. So we had a little hot wire, so they just come in, chase them in, shut the gates behind them. We come into the facility. Calves can come out the front. Cows will open up the side, and we'll open them 2 gates there, and cows can go back out. But right now, we got bull caught in a corner up here. So let's see if we can't get him out of there. And I think I'll just open this gate here and unstrap that, and he should just walk right through. Best laid plan. 15, nice little bred heifer. And she's supposed to come this way, come this way, come this way. Well, there we go. Moms will lead them back out to pasture, and then we'll shut the gates out there, so they have to stay out there. And all the little ballers can be in here. We tried a product called Therapies. It's supposed to kind of just alleviate some stress and anxiety on the calves, so their bawling won't be for weeks. Hopefully it's just a couple days. I'll let you know how that turned out. Yeah, fast and easy, nice and smooth. Control the flow, know how they're gonna work, and it usually works pretty good. Well, we're wheels up, getting hooked up. Then we'll see if we can't get out of here without all the calves following us out of here. Ugh. Well, it was a good day, and then I was like, what the heck? You could see something running up the pasture, and then somebody out there with a 3-wheeler or 4-wheeler, and you're like, what is going on in our pasture? And I thought it was a dog, but the neighbor's calf over there, from here you're almost a half mile away, that thing was running like a gazelle across our fields, through our pastures, got into this pasture with the cows, and then broke 2 of these stupid timeless fence posts. And then of course our cows get out, so we just quickly stepped in a poly wire right here behind us to make a secondary fence, and then we'll walk them back down the lane. And so we got ours back in easy enough, and I was able to pounce on the calf. She, a little heifer calf, she was laying down, and I was trying to sneak, and she stood up to run, and I snagged its tail and got on it and wrestled it to the ground. 1 day old, man, that thing is hot to trot. That's a little heifer calf I wouldn't be breeding back. Who knows? She might make a wonderful, wonderful mom, but so I got to stand here on fence duty until the wife comes back. she's going to get the posted supplies, and we'll get this mended up quick and then continue with our Sunday afternoon. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. So I'm drilling in our pasture. So this is pasture 5. Then obviously you got 4, 3, 2, 1, and that covers that 130 acres. And so this 30-acre pasture, we are doing an oats, alfalfa, Timothy brome, orchard, and perennial ryegrass mix, with the intent that the oats, in the best case scenario, make a wonderful grain crop, so then we can pull some cash off of the field before we roll up our hay inventory. If the oats aren't going to make a good grain, then we can roll it up ahead of time. But the headlands, I want to do the headland of the cornfield over here as well, because them headlands I'll take when the oats are in boot stage to give us our highest energy for our steers, for grass finish on the steers. With the grass finish, you know, it's easy to make protein. Anything green and growing is making protein. That's not a problem. It's coming up with some good energy to help get some weight on them steers. Our program is working. The quality of meat is unbelievable. But I want to try and do better. And so, yeah. So we can't lose by having the oats in here, because we just play it by ear as we go. And so we got to get this field done today. We got some little bit of rain coming tomorrow. Nothing, supposed to be nothing much. You see the alfalfa greening up. Cows are out here. Calves are still in the yard bawling. And then I got to get this done, get the headlands of the cornfields done, and then pasture 1 down there. I got to work just a couple spots in the field. We don't have to break out the moldboard plow, and let me slow down a little bit so I can video and drive. Kind of hard to do with one hand. But I don't have to plow the whole field black and all that kind of stuff. But there's some rough spots. So let's smooth them up so you got a nice field to drive on. How about that? Yeah. That's my pet peeve is rough hay fields. This one ain't gonna be perfect by any means, but boop, that resumes. Yeah, it ain't gonna be perfect by any means, but when I was running the finisher, I just ran the finisher and just went a few inches deep and smoothed up from the row crop cultivating last year. And at 10 miles an hour, it wasn't bad at all. I'm learning to live with less than perfect, but this field grows rocks. I've picked this field my whole life, and I don't think I'll ever be able to stop. It gets a little old sometimes, a little old. I got the monitors running. Whoop, I kind of veered out a little bit. I got the monitor running just to help me with acre counting, because I got a measured amount in the hopper there. And yeah. So let me get this done, then we'll grab the mulch master and go work some headlands and touch up some spots in pasture 1, and then we'll get back to seeding. Well, almost done with this field. The big joy of this field is we got this dump project mostly done, where she's walking. Remember, we had them trees, and we started cleaning up trees, and then the city had some dirt they were going to work with us to help fill this in. So it was kind of a win-win. They needed to get rid of some spoil, and we needed to fill a hole. So they had that big ridge of dirt here for several years, and yeah, it was kind of nice to Dad come over with his crawler loader and just hammered it out. Just took a couple days and got all that dirt pushed in, and we cleaned up that whole ditch line. And so now we can kind of farm through it. we'll probably still have to get a couple truckloads of black dirt hauled in to raise it up some, because you're literally driving across trees underneath you. There's trees sticking up through, and so you're driving across trees. And so I'm sure after some rains there's going to be some settlements, but the disc hit trees in a couple spots, so there ain't much soil there, but we'll get some loads hauled in of nice black dirt and keep improving it. And so that's kind of nice. And then we also got on the other field our tree line to connect the two fields between us and the neighbor. I'll show you that one when we get to that project and start plowing that up. So last pass, and then our oats and hay are in, and then we got to work in the shop for the day, and then maybe tomorrow get the sprayer up and the planter up and get them checked out and ready for the year, and let's whip out some corn quick.